Drummers Against imply timekeeping. This is 16th note applications. I thought of this video because of utilizing 16th notes in a beat. You have to have certain parameters before you apply them. In the 1980s, a lot of pop groups, their drummers would play 16th notes with a quarter note feel on the bass drum. And depending on the tempo, this being moderate tempo like this, that sounded fine because the notes were far enough apart you could articulate the 16th note. But as certain bands started to change and play faster tempos, the drummers in these bands, I would hear them play the 16th notes like this. At that speed, what happens is the 16th notes are too close together, and it does not translate in a recording context or a live context, and it begins to sound mechanical. And that's why I want you to understand what I'm teaching you, that if you ever come across a situation where you may play 16th notes, it's rare, but you may. Anything above mid-tempo, depending on how fast it gets, I want you to play double stroke rolls and take the notes out, like this. Because the quarter note is the key. The 16th notes are articulated, but they're better articulated at that speed when you're pulling the note out and playing the quarter. There's a change in sound, but your left hand has to move accordingly to have the pulse. And then you play the 16th notes with a double stroke roll, not a single. Now, of course, at a slow tempo, that's fine. Sounds great. Mid-tempo is great. As you go above mid-tempo, if for some reason you're going to use 16th notes, you have to start using double stroke rolls and pull the notes out. Because it'll sound better. It'll give the pulse, but you have the notes there. That's why I wanted to do this video, just as a rule of thumb, because I do see drummers utilizing 16th notes, but I want you to have just a basic template to work off of. When it gets too fast and you're playing that way, the notes have to come out. If it's moderate or slow tempo, you can keep them in. Hopefully this helps you. I wanted to give it as a guide. If you have any questions on this, ask me on twitter.com/drummersagainst, facebook.com/drummersagainst implied timekeeping. I want to welcome every drummer that's looking into my channel to just go through my entire catalog to understand what I'm teaching and just the basic principles of open-handed position playing. And I'd like you to subscribe. Your subscription is the support I need to continue, and I do appreciate that. And you guys who have been with me from the beginning, I thank you for just keeping this whole thing going. And I thought this was important because of what I've been seeing with some drummers and utilizing 16th notes, to just kind of give you my view on it and why I'm doing it that way. Because a lot of things that you're doing, you may think are translating, but they tend to not always be the case. And I want you to be conscious of that and to know that in different situations and different recording applications, you may not be needing all the things that you're doing all the time. Certain things have to be taken out. And this is a great example of it. Okay, so let me know what you think. This is a 16th note application, and hopefully it'll help you. In the 80s, every drummer I know, if I can recall, were utilizing 16th notes all over the place, but it just sounded strange and mechanical to me all the time. And we have to think of new, innovative ways to kind of smooth over those edges. So this is how we do it, okay? My best to all of you for looking in. Let me know how you're doing. Take care.